vlog, I brought the bike back after trying a test run and it hadn't gone so well. So it started off and it was fine, it was all great. Let it idle for about 5 minutes, it was running really smooth, it was just like perfect. I was like, whoa, so great. There was no smoke whatsoever, it's still not smoking at this point. Let it idle for about 5 minutes, drove down the driveway, got out the gate. There's a bit of an incline where you get up to the main road because we live on the highway. Got up there and it was like, oh, is that a bit of smoke? Oh, okay, no worries, no worries. About 5 minutes down the road, it's smoking. About 10 minutes down the road, it's properly smoking. So we got past my neighbour's house and I was just like, oh, I'm going to have to push this back. And I was with my dad and he's like, oh, it's so embarrassing, so embarrassing. I was like, thanks Dad, yeah, I totally fixed that. So we ended up pushing the bike back. There was a lot of smoke obviously. We've gone back to smoking now, which is, what did I even do? There's also loss of power now at low RPMs as well as high RPMs. We didn't get very high because we didn't get very far, but I'm assuming then it's going to be a problem throughout. And yeah, so that was basically it. Oh, and there's this really small oil leak, which is my fault because I slightly forgot to put gasket seal on the valve cover. So yeah, that was totally my fault. I'll accept the blame for that. As for everything else, I don't know what I did wrong. So in this vlog, once again, I'm trying to rectify these problems. What I think the problem is the head of the engine. When I took the original head off, there was a bit of wear in the valve part. And I just thought it'd be okay. I mean, I did a valve change and I was like, yeah, it'll be okay. I mean, it'll be alright. It's not alright. So thankfully, that has another engine which is very similar to the one I have. It came off of an old quad bike, I think. I mean, I don't know. And I'm gonna go and grab that. I think it has clutch problems, which is why it's not being used. So I can always take the clutch out of my bike, which I'm hoping is practically the same, and then swap it for the clutch in this new engine. So I'm gonna go and get that now. I think it's the same 150cc, it might be 125cc, but basically it's the same style of engine. They're both OHV engines, so I'm hoping the parts are really interchangeable and I can just swap everything, get it started today, try again. So yeah. So that's where I'm going now, to the garage, via a trip to storage. Okay, so I've gone ahead and collected the engine, which is here. It's the same OHV engine. This is called Kawasaki, and this is Bravo. So it's all great. What I'm going to do now, obviously I've already taken off the top part of the engine up to the crankcase, so the barrel came off. The piston is still here, I need to change that. I'll just put this on top of it to stop anything going in. I'm going to take that off now, and then I'm going to start disassembling this one, and then just put all of those parts back on top of here. Is put all of these parts onto there, and put all of these parts. Well, basically, remember that bolt that I broke off? It's kind of still stuck in there, but there's enough of it off where I think I can probably just use more grips and like try and pull it out. So I'm going to do that, but I need to hurry up. Okay, so there was a knocking noise coming out of the engine, the top of the engine. It definitely sounds like it's the valve. So I took the cover off and started it, and there's no oil coming up to the top, which is something that comes up in his manual. Noise. We look at valve noise. It says incorrect valve clearance, which is number one. We just adjusted that, so I'm pretty sure it's not that. Valve spring broken a week. Those springs are fine. The third one, camshaft push rods, rocket arms head, one no damage. Okay, lack of lubrication at high RPM is usually the cause of damage, which I'm pretty sure it is. Insufficient oil or failure to change the oil at the recommended intervals are the chief cause. So we started it with the cover off, and no oil is coming up through the top whatsoever. So that's definitely the cause. So insufficient oil is chapter 2, A, B, or C. So let's find that. What was that? Centrifugal oil filter. It must be that. No, the centrifugal oil filter is not fitted on liquid cooled engines. Okay, with the kickstart, that's fine. What is it? Is this? There's no kind of screen that filters out the oil. This whole thing is the filter. How do I know if it's clean? Okay, with some very great effort, I have managed to remove this kickstart. Like that. This bolt is seized. We'll figure out how we're going to get that off so that we can get it back on after. That's it for now.
put that to one side. Before I take the case off, what I've done is loosened all of the bolts all the way around. Then I've just put some insulating tape around it and just taped all of the bolts, gone all the way around, all the way across, and just caught all of the bolts with the tape, which means when I take the base off, all the bolts are in the right place. Afterwards, I know they say about putting the bolts in the right place afterwards. I don't have to worry about that.